Hey guys, what's up? Thank you for joining. Tonight is going to be a relax with me episode because this week I have been very much triggered in multitudes of ways, and um I have shifted into overstimulation. I feel a sensory overload, and I am trying to bring myself back into a sensory where I'm back into basis. A sensory overload, I'll discuss all of that, but I just kind of want to introduce what I'm gonna do. I just ran a long bath of like 20 minutes sitting in there and just listening to affirmations. So I just got a tub and I put something really comfortable and cute. And I wanted to do this little activity for myself, maybe for like a cool little 30 minutes. And I thought maybe I can record. Maybe I can record some, maybe I can record all of it. I don't know. But this is what we're doing. So I'm sitting on the floor because actually being on the floor is very grounding for me. And this weekend I went to a yard sale. I went to a yard sale and I bought a few little fun things. And this game called Button Nail was there. And I think I got it for $2. I have no idea how much it costs in stores. But on the corner at the bottom it says ages 3 and plus. So, I'm about to be 30. So I feel like it's appropriate for me. The inside the box comes these games. Let me show you. So it shows like this. There's this in there, and then there's a box with some images that we are going to. You see the little pokey holes there, like that. Let's see. Yeah. So I think then I use this to put in the holes. So that's it, one activity, one of these things. Oh, let me show you guys better. See what they look like. Like little pins with different colors. Okay. There are no instruction papers in there. You know, when you buy things at a yard sale, it's usually used, and sometimes you're not gonna get all the instructions. But it looks like there's a bunch of like little holes here that I need to perforate with them. And I'm just going to do that just to relax a little bit. So there's one game there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to play 2 games, but I'll show you. We'll try. Next is, I got this at the dollar store. It's called Game Cards Memory, Eleanor Wonders Why. So it's the cartoon Eleanor. Those of you who have grown up in America or you have American children, this cartoon might be familiar. It's Eleanor. She has rabbit ears and black hair. And there are 36 cards here, and it's basically a memory card game. Let me explain to you how you play. How to play. Shuffle the deck, place each card facing down on a table in rows. Pick 2 cards to turn over. Have a match? Yes or no. If you don't have a match, turn the cards back over and try again. When there are no cards left, you have won. So you can play this with somebody else or by yourself. I'm really excited for this. And then I'd like to pull myself 2 cards, mostly from this deck. It's called Self-Care Wisdom Cards by Cheryl Richardson. 1 or 2 cards just to guide me in how to continue to self-care in this moment. And there is Find Your Calm. I think this is so perfect. Come on, look at that. Find Your Calm. Okay. I have my Starbucks drink, which the lady got the wrong order. Is it still good? Yes. Is it the order I wanted? No. So a little bit of frustration there. Let me take a sip and we'll get started. Alright. So overstimulation, what the hell is that? Overstimulation is when, or sensory overload, because that's another way that I'm gonna talk about it. Sensory overload. Sensory overload is when you feel like too much is going on at a time in every sense of the way. That means like every sense that you have, your feeling, your touch, your smell, your hearing, all of it is becoming overwhelmed. And when I get to that state, sometimes it's really hard for me to verbalize, meaning I am physically unable to open my mouth and speak because my jaws are clenched. My teeth are grinding. I am in like overload of frustration. Everything somebody says to me, my brain just responds, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. Who are you talking to? Why are you talking to me? Why are you talking to me? It gets really aggressive in my mind. And if I am at home where I can do what the fuck I want to do, I go to my room, I play some music, sometimes I take a shower, sometimes I just lay on the floor, right? All of those are different things. But when you're in a professional setting and you're at work and you feel triggered and then you feel overwhelmed and then you shift into sensory overload or overstimulation, shit is crazy. It's a lot, okay? So unfortunately for me, I work with a bitch that is literally drive you crazy type of bitch, okay? I'm gonna do the unicorn one, by the way, guys. So I think I placed this on top, right? Yeah, like so, like it. So when you are feeling overstimulated, this is what I experience. I experience extreme irritability. I no longer want to say this. First of all, I don't like to repeat myself in general. That's just me. But when I have to tell you the same thing twice, 3 times, 4 times, when I am overstimulated, it comes out very aggressive. Guys, I just figured it out. Look, they come in colors like this, and all I have to do is coordinate them with these. Girl, listen, I'm an African child, okay? I ain't seen these when I was a kid. Don't blame me. So you start to feel irritated, frustrated, very irritable. You might get sweaty. You might feel like your heart is beating fast. You don't want to communicate with people, or you don't have the ability to communicate anymore. Okay? You don't want to. You can't open your mouth because you feel like everything that's going to come out your mouth is going to be aggressive. It's going to be mean. It's going to be labeled as XYZ. And then later on, you're going to apologize. So you don't even want to go through it. I start to feel like every sound is too loud. Sometimes I literally feel like the light is too bright. The scents, like if you walk up to me and you have a perfume on, I immediately get irritated because that's a new scent that now my brain has to try to fucking process. Go away from me. Now, I work in an environment with children who are autistic, and overstimulation is what do you call it? It's a consistent thing with people with autism. I'm not on the spectrum, from what I know. But we can all get overstimulated, especially if you deal with anxiety and trauma. We can all get overstimulated. Something triggers you, you start to get irritated, you get overwhelmed, and then if you don't address this, you can easily slip into overstimulation. Overstimulation, imagine your brain on cocaine. Now, some of you have done cocaine, but imagine that your brain is running at 85 miles an hour, right? You have 85 things running through your mind within 3 minutes. And then one other person comes close to you and asks you to do something. And then another person comes and asks you another thing. And another person comes and asks you another thing. And then while you're doing those things, somebody else comes in and asks you, why the fuck are you even doing what you're doing? That's overstimulation. The light is too much. Everything is frustrating. Your brain is racing. It's trying to take in the information, all the information, because information is not just words. It's also energy. It's also the temperature. It's also what you taste, what you smell, what's going on around you. And it's trying really hard to send you an accurate or appropriate response back, but it's not able to. Because things are just coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And if you have a computer, if you have a phone, sometimes, usually back in the day, that doesn't happen too much again these days, but back in the days when your phone would get overheated, meaning you have too many apps open, you're running too many apps, you're doing too many things at once, your phone would get so overheated that it would shut off on its own. So your brain will shut off. Some people literally lose consciousness. Some people explode and then they have to apologize later. Some people dissociate, like, okay, I'm no longer here, bye. How do you this is a very sensitive topic. I think that a lot of us experience overstimulation. We might not be aware of it. We might not have a name for it, but a lot of us do. Now, when I realize that I'm overstimulated, if I am in a place where I can leave, I leave immediately. I go to a place where I feel safe, because when your mind is racing and you're thinking 1,000 thoughts at once, your body does not feel safe. Your body doesn't feel safe. So the first thing you need to do when you start to feel overstimulated or sensory overload is first bring yourself to a space that makes you feel safe. Sometimes that for me is literally the tiniest place I can find. It could be, if I was that little, it would be under my bed, but I don't fit under there. So it's literally, sometimes I put this thing on the floor and I lay on the floor and I just stay there with a blanket on top of me. I try to listen to comedy, or just like, there is this thing you can go on YouTube and say SHHH, and for like 30 seconds or 30 minutes, sorry, there is somebody just shushing you. And not in a rude way. You know when you were little and you would cry and your parents would carry you and just do this and be like, shh, it's okay, it's okay, shh. That's literally how it feels like. So I get that, I play that, and I just sit there while the emotions and the energy is processed through my system. It feels like you have an adrenaline rush sometimes. Like, oh my God, I need to calm down, and you don't know how to calm down. So first, make yourself feel safe. Go to a quiet place. Listen to music or shut off the sounds around you. Autistic kids usually have noise cancelling headphones. They like that means they don't plug them into music. They just put them on the ears and it shuts off the sound on the outside. They hear nothing, just quietness or whatever the fuck is going on in their brain, I guess. So if that's you, right? You're getting overstimulated, you're at work, you're in a place where you cannot leave. Well, you can. You can just be like, you know what, fuck you, bye. But if you can't leave because, you can't just clock out. We're adults. There are things that we're responsible for. You have children. You got to pick them up. You have a husband. You have a wife. All those things. You need to learn how to just regulate your body until you can get back to a safe space. Once you're in a safe space, address your five senses. What do I mean by that? What am I seeing right now? Am I seeing something that is making me feel better? What am I hearing? Am I hearing something that is making me feel better? If not, find something. Like, what are you seeing? Do not watch drama when you're feeling like that. Do not watch a lot of noise. I usually go into like kids cartoons. Every app that you have probably has a kid profile section. So create a kid profile section and answer the questions, or what's the word? Tailor the videos that you want to watch on that app to the inner child in you. Like when you were 4 or 5 years old and you go on TV, what did you like to watch? If it's Paw Patrol, click on that. That way it starts to create a history for you. So when you're really tense, instead of going to your regular adult profile, you go into a child profile. Here's why. When we're watching TV, our brain is processing. Even if it is just TV, baby, your brain is processing, storing, trying to connect the dots. Like, oh, I've seen this before. Oh, that happened to me before. It's just working. So if I watch something that is so calming and, it's just, like, for example, I love to watch SpongeBob. That one is not really a child cartoon, from what I hear, but it's so calming. Or if my brain is just racing, I go to like cartoons for 2-year-olds where they're literally saying ships. What is this? Cloud. Say cloud. What is this? Tail. Say tail. I watch that because my brain doesn't need to process anything. I know what these things are. I'm not learning anything new. I'm just going over things that I already know. So my brain does not need to be active. Like, it's not actively working its butt off. It's just passive. I know this information. All I need to do is just repeat out loud. It slowly brings me back into myself. Okay? Now, another thing that you could do is creative things to do, creative activities, fun activities, um, activities that are fun alone, and activities that are fun with other people. Sometimes when we're angry or overstimulated, we do not even want to be around people. Even the people that we love, we don't want to be around them. So if you're alone, find an activity. I like to go to thrift stores, yard sales, and the dollar store, because they always have like little fun games there, and it's inexpensive. You just okay. This week I'm spending like $10 or $15 or $20, whatever you want to, on healthcare stuff. So I go there to the dollar store and I buy like stuff for my face to do a face mask, and I buy like salt to get a bath, to run a bath, or like a bath bomb or something cute, right? Something that is going to lift your mood when you're struggling. So when I get home, like today was really cold. Another thing with sensory overload is that your temperature might be a bit extreme. So like the temperature will be 60 degrees outside and you feel like it's 85 degrees, and people are like, what the fuck are you sweating like that for? Right? Or it is 80 degrees outside and you feel like it is 33 and you're freezing. You're literally shaking and shivering. I felt that today because I went to the dentist. The dentist is a huge scary thing for me. It don't matter if I'm just going there to say hi. Like I would just be panicked and panic. My old dentist prescribed me Xanax. So when I would go there, I would just pop a Xanax and I'll be okay. I would still know that I'm anxious, but I wouldn't feel the anxiety, right? Now, my new dentist, I went there today, didn't know, well, I've been going there for a few now. So there was some work to be done, and he's like, oh, we're going to do anesthesia. Oh my God. I was this close from saying, you know what, no, I'm going to come another day. But I told myself, you're here already, you're a big girl, get through it. I understand that you're nervous, but you're not going to die. You got this. I took a deep breath, and we walked through it. Because at some point, it was really hard for me to even open my mouth. I was so nervous for him to do the anesthesia. And he got frustrated, and I was like, wait, hold on. First of all, I'm impatient and I'm nervous. Usually when I come here, I'm on Xanax, and I don't have the ability to freak out. So if you don't have a way if you're frustrated, I would rather leave. If you cannot talk to me in a calm manner and try to calm me down, then I would rather leave. But do not work on me frustrated. Do not yell at me. Do not push me. Do not rush me. He said, I apologize. He took a deep breath. And I had like a stress ball, so I just kept squeezing it. And honestly, today was my most caring experience with that guy, with that dentist. Every other time, he's just like, come on, what are you, And I was like, today, I was like, talk to me, but talk to me nice, okay? I am experiencing overload right now. I just left my work where the woman that I work with is stressing the fuck out of me. Do not push me. Do not push me. Like, this place is already high anxiety for me. Do not push me. Because some people think that anxiety is just feeling nervous and worried. Anxiety can also show up as anger. You're just fucking angry. Because behind anger is fear. Let me show you. I finished my little... That's what it looks like. I'm going to try to see what the back looks like. Let's see. Hey. Come on. It's coming off. Let's see. Ooh. Can y'all see the back? I hope they don't come out. What? Let me see. This is what it would look like in the back, and this is what it looks like in the front. So now what I'm going to do is take them out. That was fun to hear that sound. Okay, now let's look at the drawing. Okay. Alright, okay. I told y'all this was just chilling with me, okay? If you're looking for a structured episode, this ain't it, nigga. This ain't it. I'm literally recovering from being triggered and tested today. And as somebody with trauma, you need to understand that. You need to understand and apply this to yourself too. That when you are triggered, you have to recover. When you are triggered, you need to recover. So if you're triggered, that means somebody sent you in a space or in a past space that used to have you in panic, in fear, in trauma, in a place where you couldn't think, rationally. That's what a trigger means. So, when you feel a day that you're triggered and overstimulated like today, after a long bath, maybe drink something warm, It's something that you enjoy. It does not have to be healthy. No, fuck out of here. Because in these days, when you are this, in these moments when you're this, I forgot about this plastic, it's fine. In these days when you feel overstimulated, you're in survival mode. So who the fuck cares about you eating a healthy dish? Fuck that. Eat what you want to eat today, for today, as we are surviving today. Every time you don't punch somebody in the throat, reward yourself, because the things that anxiety can make us do is crazy. Every time your response comes up instead of a reaction, that's growth, that's maturity. Acknowledge that, celebrate that, and reward yourself for that, okay? Eat something that you enjoy, drink something warm, run around a warm bath. If you're able to speak, vent. If you don't have anybody to vent to, you have a phone with an audio recorder. You even have a phone with a camera. You can turn it on and just start venting to yourself, to the person in the camera, to the person in the mirror. And then when you're done, stop it and you're done. Okay? So let it out of your voice if you can. If you're not able to this today, that's fine. Try to sing, because that helps your voice. That helps your throat chakra open up. If I sing, you might not be able to speak what is making you mad, but you might be able to speak what is, you might be able to sing it, okay? I don't know if that makes sense. So sing. Find songs that you like. Find songs that represent how you're feeling. If it's about anger, if a guy just let you down, whatever it is, okay? Now we're gonna play Eloise cards. Write it down. Write it down. Whatever has triggered you, write it down. Take a shower. Take a long bath. Eat something that you enjoy. Talk to somebody that you love. And watch something mentally relaxing, please. Watch something mentally relaxing completely. Jesus Christ, I need a huge spot, huh? We keep backing up then. Take care of yourself. You drink water in these instances, of course. Talk to someone that you love. Don't drink coffee when you're feeling overstimulated. That's just gonna make it worse. Drink some calm, relaxing tea if you can. It's like doing tarot, but we're not. Drink some calm, relaxing tea if you can. Okay. Those of you who have anxiety medication, take them. Vent or journal. Those are also two things that are amazing. Journal how you feel, what you're feeling, what is pissing you off. Journal it out, and then find something that is going to take your mind off the thing. Like this, a little moment of playtime, a little moment of self-care. This is also self-care. Physical self-care, emotional self-care. This is mental self-care. This is giving my brain a time to pause and relax. The bath was physical relaxation, right? Emotional relaxation is, I am going to be careful what I ingest today, which is TV and music. That's also taking care of your emotional health. Okay, guys? Alright. My challenge is to try to find 10 bears in the next 8 minutes. Whew, let's go. Okay. No. Oh wait, one, two, yeah, two at the same time. I wanted to also, something just came through my mind right now. It's about Ranger Rabbit. I just saw Ranger Rabbit. So Ranger Rabbit 1, Ranger Rabbit 1. No. Please close it. Ranger Rabbit, Ranger Rabbit. No! Ranger Rabbit. Where did I see Ranger Rabbit, guys? Ranger Rabbit? No. Ranger Rabbit? No. Ranger Rabbit? No. Wait, Miss Giraffe. I just saw another giraffe here. You guys, this is harder than we think. Ranger Rabbit, and we matched it. So we got one down. So yeah, what else? What else do I do that helps me when I feel overstimulated? I had therapy today. That was not planned at all. Like, well, it wasn't planned that I would get mad and then I'll get therapy. No, but I already had it on my calendar that I had therapy today. So me feeling frustrated really helped. I also learned today in therapy that me not feeling validated is a big trigger for me. Like if I come up to you and I say something or somebody has attacked me and you question it, I have two sets already, guys. If I come to you, so feeling invalidated or feeling like I am sharing my experience, especially one of pain or trouble, and you question it. I'll give you an example. Again, I work with kids at elementary school. There's a teacher in my classroom, and I'm an instructional aide. And one of the students, every time I give him an instruction, he responds to me at volume 11, yelling and yelling. I think if he could curse, he would curse. But it's just like, stop talking. Why are you always telling me what to do? So when people yell at me, which is my own another trigger for me, I shut down. Even when I was in a relationship with my husband, even when my husband was alive, um, first of all, he had never yelled at me, but people start to yell, I shut down. I'm done because I'm physically preparing myself to fight. Like if you're yelling at me, then I just feel like we're about to fight. So talking is a waste of my energy. I'm just waiting for you to step up and I'm gonna knock your ass out. I have 4 already, guys. 4 to go. So some people have the ability to just go back and forth. When I get frustrated, I shut down. I know that. P.S. If my ideas are all over the place, I am dysregulated. I'm trying, guys. I am trying. Take what makes sense to you and throw away the rest, okay? I am trying. I cannot swear to God that I just realized that, I was talking about A and then I jumped to C. So, charge it to the brain, not to my heart. Deputy Jack Mouse. Where did I say another Deputy Jack Mouse? Have you ever felt dysregulated, emotionally dysregulated, sensory overloaded, mentally stressed? Well, not mentally stressed, mentally overloaded, sensory overloaded. The things that I described today, did it make sense to any of you? Have you ever experienced these things? How do you take care of yourself? Have you been to therapy before? Because I feel like people who have not been to therapy have a different way of dealing with things than people who have been to therapy. So, for those of you who have been to therapy, if you have been to therapy, how are you handling this? How are you handling being overstimulated? Another explanation of what is overstimulation is if 11 people are talking to you at the same time and they all need your attention, that is also overstimulation. It's you are talking and 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 you won't shut the fuck up. At some point your brain says, shut the fuck up talking to me, bitch. That happens to me very often. Do I verbally say it? I used to. But like I said, I work around kids today and the whole thing about being a role model or whatever. I'm trying, guys. You guys, I'm stuck. I need 4 more. So this guy, I'm gonna try to wrap up this episode in a minute. But if you feel sensory overload, overstimulated, over triggered, please take care of yourself, okay? Make yourself feel safe. That means if you need to take some space from the job, if you need to take a space away from the person, if you're in the middle of an argument and you realize, oh my God, I am overstimulated, in the middle of a conversation, in the middle of a meeting, I don't care what you're in the middle of, and you realize it, first take a deep breath. Secondly, ask for space. Hey guys, I need to take a deep breath. I need to go outside real quick. Hey guys, I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. You do not need to explain to people what is going on inside of you, okay? You just need to recognize it and take care of yourself. Ooh, where is that? 5 guys, 5 pairs so far. You don't need to explain, hey, I'm struggling right now. Can I go outside real quick for a break? No, because sometimes we don't have the ability to verbalize what we're currently feeling. We're just feeling it. If I'm already able to acknowledge it, it's a big deal for me. So if I say let me go out, just let me go, girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 2 more to go, guys. 7. 1 more to go. Deep breaths. If you can go to the bathroom and put some headphones in and listen to music, like 3 minutes music, and kind of just dance. Shake the energy off, shake the energy off, shake the energy off. But now that you know what overstimulation look like, oh, I got my 8-1, I got my 8-1, I got my 8-1, I got my 8-1. I'm gonna show you guys on the screen the 8 that I got. Okay, I got Olive, who was like a male person, twice. There we go. I got Miss Mole twice. I got Ranger Rabbit. I found Ranger Rabbit. I found Miss Mole again twice. I found Olive, Eleanor, and Ari twice. The last 2 is Deputy Jack Mouse, Miss G Giraffe. Oh, in the background I have hang drums, by the way, in case you guys are able to pick that up. Eleanor and Ari. Alright, so that was my little game card, my little card game. I'm gonna try to put them in a little, order. You feel frustrated, you feel flustered, you feel like I'm doing too much. I don't want to talk anymore. I want to walk away. I want to go home and get under the bed. I don't want anybody to talk to me. The lights are too bright. The sounds are too much. The scents are gross. That's overstimulation, my love. Now that you know better, I need you to plan how you're going to take care of yourself in these times. In these times of overstimulation, in these times of stress, in these times of tension. Okay? I need you to decide. Find ways, if you have to look up online, how to take care of yourself when you feel overstimulated. Drink a bottle of water. Have a spray of lavender. A little bottle of lavender spray in your purse so that you can go to the bathroom and kind of just inhale and relax. So we're going to get 2 cards here. I'm not going to go do the other deck. Well, I am. I'm going to do 1. I lied. You know why? Because I wanted to cut off, but I feel like I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let the video keep going. Because why not? Shoot, why not? Shoot, why not? Listen to music. Sometimes relaxing music with just instrumental, no words. Just music, just the sound sometimes help us, okay? So try that. Try music as well. Music that you've never heard. Sometimes I listen to music in like Italian and I do not speak Italian. So my brain has the ability to just enjoy the sound without necessarily needing to process anything, okay? So I picked 2 cards in my self-care wisdom card deck. And those cards say space and authenticity. Okay. Space says the quality of your life has more to do with what you remove from life than what you add to it. Give yourself the gift of space. Let me read that again. The quality of your life has more to do with what you remove from your life than what you are adding to it. So give yourself the gift of space. Lastly is authenticity. Live your life not for the audience live life for you, not the audience in your head. Live life for you. Okay? Live life for you. Do things for yourself, not for what you think people want you to see you doing. 1 card in the Find Your Calm, and we are done. If you're here till the end, please put a teddy bear in the comments. A teddy bear in the comments. That will let me know that you watched it till the end, whether you liked it or not, or enjoyed it or not, but you stayed here till the end, and it means a lot to me. Again, as somebody with depression, every little thing that validates me, or everything that highlight the fact that I'm doing a good job really, really helps, okay? So 1 card, eyes closed, spread them apart. Pick a card, there you go. Take a minute and focus on your breath. Where do you feel your breath? In your chest, in your belly, in your nose, or your throat? Paying attention to your breath is a great way to ground yourself when anxiety rises. I'll show you the card. You can screenshot it and use it as well. There you go, guys. That was my little moment. I just wanted to chill with you guys while I was trying to de-escalate my mood myself, get back to the grounded space, and then be able to go to bed, okay? Because it's very unhealthy to go to bed when your energy is on 10. First of all, that's the weirdest sleep you're gonna get. So thank you for being here. I love you. I hope that there is something in this video today that I said, that I shared, that I explained, that I brought up, that helped you, that you relate with, that you resonate with, that you learn. That you're like, oh, that's what you call that shit? I be feeling that shit too. I didn't even know what the fuck it was. Okay? So now you have a name for it. You can look up, you can do more research and find out a lot more. Okay? Overstimulation, sensory overload looks very, very different in women of color. It also looks very, very different in women who are autistic and happen to be of color. So if you're a black woman watching this, the things that you feel and the way you regulate is not the same way the white woman does or the Latino woman does. Okay? So for us, sometimes our anxiety looks like irritability. Other people's anxiety looks like panicking and fear. Just because I look like I'm irritable doesn't mean that I'm not actually panicking inside. You don't know what's going on, right? So be aware of that every emotion that we feel, yes, emotions are general for all races and ethnicities, but the way we experience them can be different based on our experience, how we're raised, and our races, okay? I love you. My goal is that you feel less alone, you feel heard, you feel seen, you feel validated. I am sending you love and a tight ass hug if you want it. Peace and love. Bye, babes.